welcome to this overview on how Nimbus Control enables the next generation of shared services operations. Many shared services organizations are looking to move on to the next stage. They want to expand, consolidate, achieve higher levels of efficiency and service. Some of them have high levels of variation between services delivered to different business units, or indeed a very mixed systems landscape that supports those services, and they want to consolidate. Others want to expand their offerings into a business services model covering finance, HR, IT, procurement, and so on. Others want to move from a regional service delivery model towards a global hub and spoke operations. And right across shared services, there's a drive to industrialize, to standardize processes and tool sets, to manage variance much more effectively, and to create some sort of a services factory with the very highest levels of efficiency and service, and indeed a culture of continuous improvement. This presentation is about how Nimbus Control provides a platform that enables this ongoing optimization of shared services. And we start by looking at shared services at the very highest level, at the entire life cycle of an SSC's operations.
Nimbus Control provides a platform that integrates the work of the SSC. It enables effective collaboration across the functional boundaries, from the definition of the service catalogue through to ongoing service delivery. It integrates in other ways as well. It blends processes with documents, KPI metrics and training. It provides multiple views for the various stakeholders to meet the needs of IT and compliance teams, for instance. The SSC's clients and partners can be given access, and all of this is within one governance framework. Let's look at this in a little bit more detail, starting with the idea of the service catalogue. The service catalogue describes the SSC's offerings. It is the best practice processes, fully elaborated to include example document templates, KPI metrics, storyboards, risks and controls. The service catalogue will often include service components as well as the complete service offerings. And it'll be owned by some sort of product management or service management function and being constantly updated. In solution design, the SSC's standard offerings are matched with the client business unit's requirements. Every SSC will want to maximize standardization and so minimize variance, but variance will often be required, even if just in look and feel or language, so some sort of customization of the standard offerings will be the norm. What's important here is that all the variants are being captured and signed off within Nimbus Control so that they're visible and can be managed. Once agreement is reached with the client business unit, onboarding starts, based on the standard service offerings with the agreed variants. The transition processes are managed within Nimbus Control, and transition teams leverage its collaborative features and governance framework to ensure a smooth take-on of activities into the SSC. At this point, the client business unit can be given access to its live processes in Nimbus Control, so the client has an online service manual and there's a joint governance framework for managing change. And the SSC is relieved of the need to create service documentation that no one will ever read. Sometimes there will need to be a transformation phase before new activities can be dropped into BAU service delivery. Design and delivery of this transformational change can also be managed through the online service manual and the joint governance framework. Nimbus Control provides training and task support for the service delivery teams. It also supports ongoing optimization. It enables the management of variance, driving the convergence to standard processes wherever possible. It drives the evolution of the underlying systems. It enables successful offshoring programs, and it enables client collaboration through this change through the online service manual. And the learning from continuous improvement in service delivery feeds through into new best practice in the service catalogue, completing a virtuous circle. And all this is taking place within one governance framework, which can be extended to include the integration of risks and controls with the operational processes. Action management and escalation protocols are all built in, not being separately managed in emails. And finally, it's worth noting that Nimbus Control provides a collaborative framework not just for the SSC, but also for its clients and partners, which may include outsourcing service providers or other third parties. This framework enables continuous improvement and collaborative innovation right across the extended enterprise.
So that's the big picture. Nimbus Control provides this platform that underpins optimization of every aspect of the shared services operations. But where to begin? For a typical shared services center already up and running, there are really 3 steps to a successful implementation. The example we're going to look at here happens to be finance. It could equally be HR, IT, procurement. And the first step is to create a service catalog. The service catalog describes the SSC's service offerings. They're the complete end-to-end processes based on best practice. And the process map for each offering will include document templates, KPI metrics, storyboards, systems linkages, and example risks and controls. It's the standard ready for customization. The second step is to migrate existing clients onto these standard services in the service catalog. Nimbus Control supports the gap analysis between the standard offerings and each client business unit's current position. It allows the necessary variants for each client business unit to be identified and managed. And it provides the collaborative framework to design the migration of these customized standard services into the SSC. It also provides the training and task support that each user will need at the launch. The final step is to migrate new clients onto the SSC's standard offerings. Again, Nimbus Control enables the gap analysis, the management of variants, transition planning, and support for the launch and ongoing optimization of service delivery. So, Nimbus Control supports a sustainable success in the optimization of shared services. It enables 3 things: standardization of processes and common tool sets and a standard way of operating, the management of variance, and in particular the driving of convergence towards those standard services, and the building of a culture of continuous improvement with effective collaboration, not just across the SSC itself, but with its clients and with its partners. And these 3, standardization, the management of variance, and the culture of continuous improvement, are really the foundations for the future operating model, the next generation of shared services 2.0.